we're gonna get going. So today I have our book. We're gonna do Sally's Visit to the Farm. But before we do that, let's get up and do our warm-up before we all sit down. And I want you to stand up, and I'm gonna take off my sweater here and get my mat adjusted. And we're gonna do our regular warm-up that we've been doing. So remember, take your fingers together like this, your two fingers and your thumb, and bring them on down below your collarbones. And let's do some tapping. And inhale through your nose, exhale out your mouth. Inhale through your nose, exhale out your mouth, and then shake out your hands, and then take one hand on your sternum, on your breastbone, and inhale through your nose, big inhale, exhale out your mouth, inhale through your nose, exhale out your mouth. Nice. Shake out your hands, and then remember all this triangle around your ribs, some tapping here. Inhale through your nose, exhale out your mouth. This is helping to wake up our bodies on this groggy day. Inhale through your nose again. Big inhale, exhale out your mouth. And then shake out your hands. And then carefully, just your first two fingers under your eyes on your cheekbones. Gently tap there. Same thing. Inhale through your nose. Exhale out your mouth. Inhale, nose. Exhale out your mouth. Nice. Shake out your hands and then do the knee tapping. Let's see. We're going to tap our knees. Inhale through your nose. We're not running yet. We're just tapping. Right? And then after that exhale, we're going to see if you can cross over, tap your other knee. Nice. Good job. And then stop and bring your hands in front of your belly. And then I want you to inhale, bring your hands up. And exhale, spread your arms out big, like a big sunshine. Inhale up. Exhale out. Woo, stretch those arms big. Nice. One more time. Inhale up. Exhale. Nice. Now we're going to do our running in place and punch forward. So I want you to lift up your knees and see if you want to go back and forth on your mat. You can do that a little bit. And we're going to try to lift those knees high and punch those hands out, straight out. Keep on breathing. Keep on punching. And we're going to go 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then stop and take a big inhale. And hold it. And then exhale. Take another big inhale. Hold it. And exhale. Now, do you remember what we do next? We do marching, but with our arms up high. So reach them up to the sky, swinging your arms. And if you want to try to run, you can try to run, but keep reaching those hands really high. Keep it going. You can run all around your room if you want, or you can stay on your mat. Your choice. And let's go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and hold. Take a nice big breath. Exhale. Take another big breath. Exhale. Bring your arms out to the sides and twist them back and forth. Twist them back and forth. You can look over your shoulders, you twist. If you're in the room with somebody, just make sure you don't hit them. You can let your arms wrap right around you. Wrap back and forth. Yeah, just let your arms relax. Twist out your spine. And then 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And come to standing tall on your mountain in mountain pose and take a big inhale. And then exhale. And a big inhale. And a big exhale. And then we're going to reach up and inhale. And then exhale the other way. So inhale and exhale. And go back and forth with your breath. Reaching over. Stretching long. Keeping your feet still. You can let your body arch over a little if that feels good. Going back and forth, doing our little warm up, getting out some energy. And we're gonna go 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then stand up tall, take a big inhale and hold it in. And exhale. Take another big inhale. And exhale. Who remembers the last part of this warm up? Can you show me? We go inhale up, exhale, touch your toes. Or try inhale up, exhale, touch your shins, whichever's easier. Inhale up and down. Inhale up, exhale, forward fold. Go back and forth. Stretching up, reaching down. Back and forth, bending at your hips. Up and down, up and down, up and down. Inhale, exhale. We're gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Reach up, keep your arms up overhead. Take a big inhale and hold it. Exhale, keep your arms up. Inhale up, hold it. Exhale, lower your hands down. Bring your hands just onto your heart and see if you can feel your heart beating. Yeah, nice. Okay, come down to sitting close to your screen and I will share our story and then we'll do our full practice. And if you need a sip of water, you can get one. So here we have Sally's visit to the farm, a kid's yoga farm book. Sam and Sally sat together on the hayride and giggled with excitement. Sally couldn't wait to show her best friend Sam around the farm. Hold tight, Sally shouted. You're going to love the farm. As the tractor bumped down a hill, Sam and Sally waved to a scarecrow. This is so fun, Sam cried. When the tractor stopped next to a vegetable patch, Sam and Sally climbed down to explore. A row of sunflowers towered over them. I love sunflowers, said Sally. At the chicken coop near the garden, Sam plugged his nose. Pew! Stinky chickens! Sally scooped chicken feed for the chickens. Look, there are 4 eggs. She carefully picked up the eggs and placed them in the basket. Let's go see Farmer Deb. Sally pointed to a red barn. Inside, Farmer Deb was getting Midnight the pony ready to be groomed. Would you two like to help, she asked. Yes, please, replied Sally. The children grabbed brushes and took turns combing the pony's back. His hair is so soft. Sam smiled at the pony. Thanks, Farmer Deb, they said. A few stalls down from Midnight, another farmer was milking Bessie the cow. Watch this. Squeeze, then squirt, said Sally as she pretended to milk a cow. Sam was amazed. Sally, you're so cool. Some kids have never seen a cow be milked, right? Not everybody lives in Vermont or by farms. Inside the sheep barn, Sally showed Sam how to place the hay into the trough. The sheep munched their food. That's making me hungry. Sam rubbed his belly. Let's go check out the pond. Sam took Sally's hand. Oh, on the dock, they peered into the water. A turtle just popped his head up, Sally said. The friends watched as the ducks swam, frogs hopped, and fish splashed. This farm is my favorite place. Sally took a deep breath and sighed as she watched a rowboat glide across the pond. Sam patted her on the back. Holding hands, Sam and Sally headed toward the last barn. Hello again, Farmer Deb. Sally stepped out of the way as Deb walked by, pushing a wheelbarrow. Are those veggies for the farmer's market? You got it, Sally. Farmer Deb. Deb's face lit up. She's got a lot of stuff in there, potatoes and carrots and lettuce. We're saving the best for last, Sally laughed as they entered the pig barn. The pigs were grunting and snorting. Oh, what a mess, Sam laughed. I guess this is why my mom calls my room a pigsty. Let's rest in the sun, like the cat over there, said Sally. You were right. I love visiting the farm, said Sam. Sam and Sally lay back on the picnic blanket, pretending to be cats. Meow, said Sam. Purr, said Sally. And these are all the other visits to the farm. They saw a cat and the hayride and the sheep and the cow, the wheelbarrow, the chicken, pigs, turtle, rowboat, the pony, scarecrow, and sunflowers, and so much more, right? Eggs and all kinds of things. So while you're sitting on your mat or kneeling, your choice, I want you to bring your hand onto your belly, and we're going to start with a couple of our long, nice, slow breaths. We're going to do a 4 count in and 4 count out, and I'll count for you. So first, you're going to take a nice inhale, counting 1, 2, 3, 4, and exhale, counting 1, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to do one more time. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Nice. And then come on up to standing. So at the start of our story, they went on a hayride. So have your feet firmly on the floor. Inhale, raise your arms up and sit back. So you're kind of bending. See how I'm sitting like this? I'm sitting back like I'm sitting on the hayride, and you're kind of bumping along. So bump up and down a little bit, bouncing around, and then stand up and be like the scarecrow. Nice and tall. Reach your arms out, reach your head up to the ceiling, and then raise your arms up as you inhale and come back to being on the hayride and bump up and down on your hayride, sitting back, bending your knees, and then inhale up and come back to your scarecrow. Nice. And now pretend you're a sunflower. So bring one leg up like it's the leaf on the sunflower and raise your hands up tall. Bring them around like a circle, like the big sunflower, and raise your cheekbones and smile. Now here's the tricky part. Sunflowers actually kind of turn to the sun. So turn your hands, your face one way, and then scan across like the sun's moving and you're following it. Nice. And then put your foot back down. Inhale, raise your arms back up and sit back onto your hayride. Bounce, bounce, bounce. Keeping your feet still, but just lifting your hips and lowering them down like you're bumping around on the ride on the hay bales. And then inhale up and be tall like the scarecrow. Reach up through the crown of your head, standing very tall. Now bring your weight into your other leg and bring up your right foot and have your, so pretend your leg is that leaf on the sunflower, and bring your hands up together over your head like you're a big flower. Standing up tall, and then turn one way, look over to the left, and then turn your body like you're the sunflower following the sun, and look over to the right, and then lower that down. And then she saw a bunch of chickens, right? So can you be like a chicken? Squat down like a chicken, right? And the chickens kind of peck. Can you do some pecking? And they peck around, and they kind of waddle around like a chicken. Can you waddle around like a chicken back and forth on your mat, or just around your room, wherever you are, right? Being that little chicken, can you go brock, brock, brock? Maybe be silly. And then they saw the pony. So come into your downward dog, making a nice triangle with your body, and lift one leg up high. Yeah, and wiggle that foot around and lower that foot down. Lift up the other leg up high and wiggle that around. Lower your foot down and come onto your hands and knees. And they saw cows and sheep. So let your belly drop down to the floor and look up at the ceiling. Take a nice big inhale. And then exhale, tuck your chin into your chest and pull your belly up into your back and arch your back. And then inhale, let your belly drop. Look up at the ceiling, smile. And exhale, tuck in. Tuck your chin into your chest, draw your belly up to your spine. And then inhale, look forward again. And then exhale, tuck back in one more time. Now see if you can tuck your toes, lift up your knees. I want you to hop your feet back to your squat. Let's see your squat again, okay? And so we're gonna be in our little squat, back and forth, okay? And if you want, you can pretend you're pecking at some feed on the, down on the ground. And see if you can waddle back on your mat. Keep your hands right up and waddle forward on your mat. Nice waddling. Bring your hands down and step your feet back. Come back into your downward dog. Take a nice big breath in your downward dog. Nice big stretch. Nice big triangle. And then raise up one foot and wiggle your foot. So your three-legged dog, that pony kicking the air. Maybe you want to kick that foot up a couple times. And shake it out. And then lower that foot down and bring up your other foot and wiggle your foot around. And maybe kick it high up to the ceiling. And then lower your knees onto your mat. Come into your tabletop. And then in your tabletop, I want you to take a nice big breath, look up to the ceiling, let your belly kind of come towards the floor a little bit. And then exhale, tuck your chin to your chest and arch your back. Inhale, look up. And exhale, tuck in. And inhale, look up. And exhale, tuck in. And then push back to child's pose. Push your hands into the floor and push your bottom down onto your heels and let your head come down to the floor and take a nice big breath. In your stretched out child's pose, kind of like a turtle, put your head down to the floor. Keep your hands on the mat and inhale, lift your head up and look forward. And then exhale, put your head down on the floor. And inhale and look up. Nice. And the other thing they saw, so the turtle, the other way to do turtle, come back into your squat first and sit on your bottom. And bring your feet out in front of you like this with your knees spread wide. Take your hands inside your knees and tuck them under and reach them back. And then tuck your head down and then lift your head up and look up like you're a turtle saying hello. And then the turtle tucks back into his shell. And then he lifts back up and he smiles. And he tucks back in. And then he lifts up and he comes back up. And then they saw frogs. So come into your squat again. And we're going to see if you can jump high. How high can you jump up? Ready? Let's see your jumps. Big jumps. Reach up. Woo, that's high, Isabel. See, nice, Thaddeus. Awesome. Jumping high. Good job, Jojo. Kamar. Izzy. Audrey. I don't know if Lewis is there. Whomever else is there. Jump high. Woo, let's do one more. Nice. Now, come onto your mat. And this is a pose I want you to take a look at and watch me. It's called fish pose. And so you lay your legs long and you put your hands right near your bottom and you put your elbows on the mat. And then you pull your belly in and see if you can put your head on the mat. It's called fish pose. So your elbows are on the mat and your head's on the mat. Take a nice big breath. And then you can come up. Stretches out your chest quite a bit. And then, oh, actually now, after they were in the water, they saw the boat, right? So sit up, hold on to the back of your knees, bring your feet up, and see if you can bring your feet up off the floor. And hold on, or maybe you can let your hands go and keep balanced here in the boat. right? And maybe you can even pretend you're rowing your boat. Woo, that's hard. Can you row your boat, Izzy? Let's see. Bring the feet together, let your knees come out. Inhale up. And exhale, let yourself come forward. And then inhale back up. And point your toes. Bring your hands under your shoulders. And Farmer Deb was wheeling a big pile of veggies in her wheelbarrow. So lift up like you're a wheelbarrow, like some of your feet are the wheel in front, and these are the legs that hold it up, and someone's tilting you up to do the wheelbarrow. You're like a big slide. Look up at the ceiling, and then lower yourself down. Hold onto the backs of your knees. Let's go back in that rowboat. Bring your feet up off the floor. See if you can balance here, and see if you can let your feet go, your knees go. Bring your hands out. Maybe you can row. Or you can pretend you're like in a kayak. Go back and forth from side to side. Or you can just row like a rowboat. Which can you do? Nice. Bring your feet together. Let your knees come out. Inhale up. Exhale, come forward. And then inhale up. Point your toes. Bring your hands under your back. And push into your heels. Lift up like a nice long line. Look up at the ceiling. Take a nice big breath. And then exhale, lower down. Stretch your toes back and raise your arms up. Exhale, see if you can touch your toes. Nice. And then she saw the pigs. And so lie back on your back and hold on to your feet and stretch your feet wide and rock yourself back and forth like the pigs wallowing in the mud. We call this happy baby. Rocking back and forth. Nice. And then roll over and come up to standing. Come back up on your mat. And raise your arms up. Inhale up. Raise your arms up. Everybody come on up and sit onto the hay bale. Ride, bounce, 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 bounce. Inhale up. Be your nice, tall scarecrow. And then bring one foot off the floor. Let's come back and do our sunflower on this side. Yeah. And maybe you want to turn your sunflower from one side all the way over to the other, and then lower down. Inhale, raise your arms up. Sit back onto your chair and bounce on the hay bales. Yeah, it's so fun. And then inhale up. Come nice big scarecrow. Reach your fingers long. Spread your fingers as wide as you can. Raise your cheekbones and smile. Maybe make a silly face to scare the crows away. And then bring your weight into your other leg and bring your leaf of your sunflower up and make your big sunflower. And then turn from one side to the other like you're following the sun across the sky, and lower yourself down. And then come into a little squat. Be that little chicken waddling back and forth. Let's see your waddle, Izzy. Waddle, waddle, waddle. And bring your hands on the mat and walk your feet back to downward dog. Lift your hips up high and lift up one foot and then the other. And maybe try running those feet back and forth. Little kicks. Kick them up. Alternate your feet. Kick up one, kick up the other. Lower your knees on the mat. And then inhale, take a big breath. Look up at the ceiling. Exhale, tuck your chin into your chest. Push your hands into the floor. Push your knees into the floor. And then inhale, look up. And then exhale, tuck in. And then inhale, look up. Exhale, tuck in. And then push back to child's pose. Push your hands into the floor. Push your hips back on your heels. Let your head come down to the mat. Take a big breath here. And a big exhale. And then come back up and walk your feet up. Okay. And come into your squat and let's do 3 frog jumps as high as you can go. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Nice. And then bring your bottom down on the floor. Bring your feet out and remember turtle. Bring your arms in between your legs. Your knees are bent. Take your hands under your knees and stretch them back behind you. And bring your head down. It's probably not going to touch the floor. Some of you might be able to touch your head to the floor. I can't quite do that. But then inhale, look up and say hello. The turtle says hello. Tuck your head down under. Inhale, lift up. And then tuck down under. And then inhale, come up out of it. Shake out your arms. And then stretch your legs out long. Bring your hands by your bottom. And let's try fish pose. Bring your elbows on the mat. And then see if you can stretch your head onto the mat. And take a big breath here. And a big exhale. Take another big breath. And a big exhale. And then come on up. And come onto your bottom with your feet out in front. And let's go back into that lake where we saw all the frogs and turtles and fish. Hold on to your knees, lean back. See if you can balance with your feet off the floor. Find your boat. Reach your hands long. Maybe you need to keep holding on to your knees because you're getting a little tired. Or maybe you can paddle your boat. Paddle the boat. And bring the feet together. And inhale up. And exhale, lean forward. Let your shoulders roll down your back. Stretch your head long. And then inhale and come up and bring your feet out in front of you. And bring your hands behind you. And we're going to be, what are we going to be next? What did she carry the vegetables in? The wheelbarrow. So lift up your hips like a wheelbarrow. Push your feet into the floor. Look up at the ceiling. Keep up there. And then lower your hips down. And stretch your toes. Inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, reach forward. See if you can touch your toes. Maybe if you touch your toes, if you can't touch your toes, hold on to your ankle. But if you can touch your toes, grab your big toe and see if you can lift it up off the floor. Can anyone do that? Who can lift their foot up off the floor? And then lower that down. And if you can't hold your big toe, you could hold on to your ankle and lift it up with the ankle. Lift it up. Yeah, and then lower that back down. Nice. And now you're gonna lay back on your mat and open up your knees wide and hold on to your feet and let your feet come out to the side like a little baby, like those pigs in the pigsty, and rock back and forth in the pig pen. And kind of roll out your back. Nice. And then lay your legs long on the mat. And I want you to take your hands and rub your hands together. Get them nice and warm. And then put your hands on your eyes. And take a big breath. Big exhale. And I want you to squeeze your feet tight. And stretch your toes wide. And circle your feet around a little bit. And then just let your feet relax. And then I want you to squeeze the muscles in your legs. Squeeze them tight. And then relax your legs. Take a big breath into your belly. And a big exhale, just maybe you make noise when you exhale. You can keep your hands here if you want, or you can take your hands off of your eyes. Keep your eyes closed, squeeze your hands tight, and then flex your fingers wide and roll your wrists around and let your hands come on the mat. And then squeeze all the muscles in your arms and relax them. And take another big belly breath. Big inhale, big exhale. Gently move your head side to side a little bit. And then squeeze your face tight and open your mouth wide. Stretch out your jaw. And then relax your face and let your eyes close and see how still you can be. Kind of like that sleeping cat at the farm. See how still you can be on your mat. And just notice how your breath feels. And see if you can feel your heartbeat. And notice what sounds you hear in your house. And notice how it feels to be very still and calm. And if your mind starts to wander or you get fidgety, maybe start counting your breath quietly to yourself. And then take a nice big breath in and wiggle your fingers and toes and stretch your arms up over your head, reach long. And then roll over to one side and slowly come up to a seated position on your mat. And close your eyes and just notice how your body feels. And bring your hands to your heart center. And at the end of class, we say something special, and many of you know it. And so repeat after me. The light in my heart bows to your light. Namaste. Thank you for coming to class today and reading about the farm book. I'm going to unmute everybody.